Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had your kids' teacher smash that subscribe button, go ahead and have her smash it right now. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to the following patrons: Miguel, AI Vega, Fio, Claudia, Miguel, Let Our Actions Lead Others to Christ, Big Bad 48, Nova, Jack, Linda, Michigan Wolverines, Marius, Chevelle 66, Gigi, Abuelita's Journey, and Douse Herrero. We have 60 patrons and climbing. If you haven't already signed up, hit that link in the description below. This episode right here, man. Okay, you guys want to know what goes through Green's mind? What does Green think? And by that, I mean correctional officers on the California Department of Corrections, right? The green side, because they wear a green uniform. Let me break it down to you guys. It's all about time frames, right? Time frames. The 70s were different than the 80s. The 80s were different than the 90s. The 90s were different than the 2000s. And now we're in 2023 and all hell has broken loose, right? Turn on the TV. The mysterious pendulum. Wow, the pendulum. Damn, my boy, he said it. He said it, right? I can assure you, if you are a new officer, you are tired, absolutely tired of hearing about the good old days, right? The good old days. Man, back in the day, we used to be able to do this. We used to do that. Ooh. Somebody gave us a dirty look. That got handled. The good old days, right? The pendulum. So, Hector, what is it? What are you even referring to? Oh, man. Here we go. Here we go. I became a correctional officer in the year 2006. Okay? We were good. We were balls deep in two different wars, right? Iraq and Afghanistan. As a matter of fact, I had just came back from Iraq, but that's a different story. When I came in 2006, right? You'll never hear me claim to be an OG veterano back in the day type of story, but I can assure you the times had definitely changed. When I came in 06, you had all the real OGs and veterano COs saying, oh, man, yeah, it used to be different. We used to be able to do this. We used to be able to do that. Man, but don't worry, kid. Don't worry, youngster. The pendulum is going to swing back. What do you mean the pendulum is going to swing back? This is 2006. I need you guys to stay on point and track with this, because you're going to see how everything went to hell, right? And I'm going to break your hearts at the end of this video. I'm going to break your hearts at the end of this video, right? Meaning that in law enforcement as a whole, this is a gem for you guys. Take out your notebooks. Whether it be a street cop, LAPD, San Diego PD, Department of Corrections, jailhouse guards, they said there was a pendulum, right? The pendulum would say, okay, over here we get you go nuts with it. We get you go crazy with it, right? We get you enforce the rules with an iron thumb, right? Then they crack down on us, and then things get so... let's use the term liberal, right? Without getting political, so soft, right? Soft or so, it was one way this way, now it's this way. And they kept talking about it. Hey, man, the pendulum swings back and forth. The pendulum swings back and forth. Don't worry. Don't trip. Right here, we're right here. We're right here. It's not good, right? We're right here. Well... kept hearing about this pendulum. Don't worry. The pendulum's going to swing back. 2007, 2008, 2009. The pendulum's going to swing back. 2010, 2011, 2012. You guys see where I'm going with it? The pendulum is going to swing back. Not only did the pendulum not swing back, people, right? but it continued to go in one direction, right? You look at the streets, and this is what I'm referring to. You see the homelessness crisis. I was just in downtown San Diego yesterday. Wow, right? Wow. It is an issue that should be resolved. You look at the Wild Wild West, man. Turn on the TV. Everybody's shooting it out like it's going out of style. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that's what the pendulum is. When you bring the strong arm of the law to bring back the control, right? You guys are tracking. Well, this pendulum never came back. The pendulum never came back. And this is where I'm going to break your heart, even though it's not the end of the video. The pendulum is never going to come back. The pendulum has flown off, right? Flown off into the Pacific Ocean and broke off and gone, right? Yeah, that's a wrap. The rest, that's a wrap, right? So, because of laws, politicians, culture, use of social media, whatever, all the stars aligned, right? And law enforcement isn't what it used to be in general. Listen to the old guys, right? And I'm talking about the real old guys. Not that necessarily want to come in their guns blazing, but I'll tell you what, as a supervisor, as a lieutenant, it was disheartening. Disheartening to say the least when the inmate population at Charlie Yard, RJD, level 4 SNY EOP, were literally slapping around officers, literally slapping them around like this. Pa, 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 pa. That's disheartening, man. That's disheartening. Ain't nobody want to see these young kids coming from baristas, from Starbucks being baristas get slapped around. Pa, pa, pa. Right? Like, come on, man. I ain't joining law enforcement to see that. Right? Man. And again, not that I want to see us doing that to them. I just definitely don't want to be seeing that, right? I'm one of those guys that says like, hey, man, you ain't got to tell me positive things, right? You ain't got to support me. But the last damn thing you're going to do is bring me down and you know, drag me down and talk crap about me, right? There's a happy median. That's what I'm talking about. We're not even there. We're not at the median. The pendulum has cracked. Here I go, breaking your hearts again. So for those guys that have to the retirement age at 57, how? Why? What is the answer? What is the solution? Well, I know the answer. But think about it, right? And let me tell you about the old days from what I heard, from what I seen a little bit. Back then, the managers, the administrators would stay in their office and let you handle your business, right? So to say, something would crack off, business would get handled. They would just want reports on their desk at the end of the day. That's the way it was, right? Somewhere along the line, you know, people probably started taking advantage of that or did take advantage of that. Lawsuits started happening. You can see how that, right? But then it went too far. It went too far. And that's how we are where we're on now, man. You got managers and administrators that'll, I was going to say suck a dick for promotion, but of course that. But what I really meant to say was sell their soul, right? But yeah, for sure. Suck a dick, throw their partner under the bus, sabotage, step on the little people, right? So now it's not even, you can't even go to work and do the right thing because as you're doing the right thing, they are still trying to promote. They're still trying to promote. They don't care. They'll make something up. Hector, please don't tell me they're making stuff up. But they're making stuff up, right? I mean, I love to pat myself on the back, but these people really like to drill a knife in your back, man. It's crazy. So that's how we got to where we got, right? The pendulum. The pendulum. The pendulum has broken. It is broken. Why do you think you've seen a lot of law enforcement officers resign and quit and walk out in droves, man? Any police agency, because it's not why would I do that for $1? I don't care. I'll go work at Blockbuster. I don't even be thinking they have Blockbusters no more. But you're getting the point, right? Remember, you would have to rewind the tape before you put it back in. These youngsters don't even know what we be talking about on this show, right? But it's funny, and I never directly asked these officers, but I could tell it on their face. And I can guarantee you, as a matter of fact, smash that like button if you've ever heard a back in the day story, right? Back in the day. Well, we are 2023, right? It's time to start realizing what time we're in. Let me end it with this message. The message is, we cannot live in the past, right? Nor can we live in the future, right? We have to live in the present in everything we do, right? It has been said that if you have one foot in the past and one foot in the present, in the future, then you are pissing on the present. Keep pushing forward.